Good morning, everyone. I hope you are well. Apologies for starting late. You know, we had some issues with our back end, but here we are. It's a bright new day. I am calling you from a different environment. I'm at my brother's house. We have a funeral, but this is what would like you to actually take out of these courses where we are telling you that mindset change is possible. So I just got myself in this room, and here we are with our guest. Those ones that are joining us for the very first time, my name is Dr. Sylvia Mwansa, or simply Sunshine. And I come every Tuesday. On Monday, we've got Rev Water. On Wednesday, it's a market day. On Thursday, it's Dr. Nelly. And on Friday, it's our health tips. And you saw how last week we just enjoyed Dr. Mubanga's call. Today is a very special day. We've got a guest who just finished her training, and she's just so enthusiastic about things. I just love her energy and where she's sitting. It's a place where if we had many people like her, this country would just be going places. And she's coming from a place where we all come from, where she is busy, she's scheduled, she's everything that you can think of. But on a day like today, she has to say it herself. So I would like to invite Yvonne to introduce herself and then just share with us what makes her different and what the Mindset Change course has in store for her and what she's going to do using the Mindset Change program. So Yvonne, over to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sunshine. It's indeed my pleasure to join you this morning. I'm not an early riser, but today I had to make sure that I wake up early and be part and parcel of this wonderful program. I actually listened yesterday to Dr. Water when he was talking about goal setting. And so I'm here with you. And good morning, everyone that is joining us this morning.
Good morning. Tag someone, please tag someone, share the screen, tag someone, forward to someone who just wants to be scheduled, and let's just join Yvonne. It's all yours, Yvonne. You can just do whatever it is that you would like. No questions. Just go ahead and do whatever. From the day you came in, you looked at yourself, and the day you were leaving.
Yes, thank you very much. I think that was a very wonderful starting point. I got to the training facility and I met Dr. Mwansa Steve outside, the strategist, and he asked me to look in the mirror. And I was looking at myself in the mirror. At first, I was a little bit shy, but then I had to brave up because he kept on saying, "What are you seeing in the mirror? Check properly. Who is it that is in the mirror?" Then I said, "Oh, that's myself." So as I looked myself, I just didn't look at my face. I actually looked at my inner self because I think that was the whole idea. So what is it that I'm seeing? I'm seeing this beautiful girl, but what about the inside? What is in the inside? For a little moment, there was that little introspection. I never knew that looking at myself in the mirror can bring out a lot about myself. I saw my weaknesses, I saw my strength, I saw my potential, and I saw myself in the future. It was awesome. And from that day on, I am not one who is chasing after the wind, but I am at least setting up my goals that will lead me to where I want. And so for me, taking this course on mindset change process is an awesome thing that has happened for me this year, 2024, and I'm an advocate of it. I tagged almost everyone in my phone book. I hope they are here to listen and just to encourage everybody to go through this path. I loved actually even the book that I got. This book, Mindset Change is Possible. When you see, I've been writing, every time I read, I write something about it, you know. It's not just practical to have a mindset change. I think you need to go through a process. And I think this is what I learned from here. So I want to share, I think, 3 of my experiences. The first one, of course, I've talked about it. It's about this book. And one sentence that I've read so far that I feel is a game changer, and by the way, that's my name from the class, Game Changer, is that, and I'm going to quote, one admires the end result but fails to travel the process. The process is always difficult. We are always busy. We are always entangled in many other things. But from the mindset change class, we were taught that we must focus on high value activities. High value activities, we actually call them HPA, Dr. Sunshine. So you can be very, very busy but not focus on HPA. So this time around we're able to shout, I'm on my HPA, meaning that I'm on those activities that are actually adding value to my life. That was the first thing that I would love to share. The second aspect of it is just how I am using my 24 hours. Oh my God. I think I spend most of the time on my desk. I slept late, woke up early, and was a little bit tired most of the time. When we went to the class, we were taught to rate ourselves using the six wheel of life, because that's what determines how you are using your 24-hour, a cycle. So I noticed that from the six wheels of life, finance and career, where my bread and butter comes from, I was spending more than 8 hours. Family and home, definitely very low marks, because I think that suffered a bit of some time, because some time was spent more on other things, spiritual and ethical. And for some time I thought it's just about going to church, having a day. I'm Adventist, and I know Sabbath I'll be at church the whole day. But I realized it's not just about that. I think of late, I am not that girl who can get the Bible and read, schedule a devotion, because every time I'm waking up, I'm actually rushing. Exercise, physical and health, I was very poor at it. As you see me here, this is not my good body. I'm supposed to be very slim, slender, and very beautiful, but now I've put on too much weight, because of lacking exercise. So I weighed myself against all these social and cultural. I think my friends, even some family members, started complaining. They'd call me and I'll tell them, I'll call you back. And before I know it, is the following day. Somebody one time called me to say, you're still in the meeting? And that was around midnight, So this is how certain areas of my life were suffering because of failing to balance. Mentor and education, this is a sorry side. I told the strategist and Dr. Sunshine that at some point I was actually enrolled, and I've been enrolled about twice for my PhD class. And I really never found time for this, because every other time I was busy. The recent one, I think I was on that PhD program for 3 good years with University of South Africa. And it was a paid up bursary. They were paying everything for me, I just couldn't find time to submit the proposal. Every other time, I think I was giving an excuse, until I just got a letter to say that, no, I think this is now 3 years. You've not submitted successfully your proposal. So we are terminating, we're putting you on hold. Should you be free to rejoin, please do that. That's how that PhD was terminated. And I've never had time to start it all over again. But now, the wonderful thing of going through the mindset change process, now I can schedule my time properly. I have got my 8 hours properly lined up. I've got my 4 hours, where I focus on investment and many other things. I've got my 4 hours of what Dr. Sunshine calls noise. I can pick your call, I can listen, I can WhatsApp, I can sit down and allow anybody who wants to come in at that particular point. And I've got my 6 hours of sleep. Oh my God, this is the most important thing I think that has happened to me. 6 hours of sleep, me? I thought it would never happen, but I have it now, I can tell you. And my 2 hours of planning. So I am using my time very well. In terms of my family, at least I even have time, because at some point I think my children would have lost their mother, because they wouldn't even have known who I am, because every other time I wake up, I'm busy, I'm coming back, I'm on my laptop, I'm sleeping very late, I'm waking up very early, and I have to leave just like that. So I think this is a very a good thing that I have learned, and much more. I have learned to use this book. Guys, if you have not yet contemplated of joining the Mindset Change program, I think you are late. This is what you need. This is the Success Planner book. I am planning every day. If I had an opportunity, I would have showed you, I think, about 6 diaries. And we are receiving diaries, and people are giving us diaries every year. I think I've written in almost all of them, on each page, But if you were to ask me to trace where I wrote what, I can't even tell you. But with this book, I'm able to put up my imperative actions, the steps that I need to take, like the must take today. I have listed them. So if you think like I'm just joking, today I have my whole page here. I planned yesterday. I plan to attend this mentorship academy this morning. It's top on my agenda here. I intend to do some emails, and I'll be making a presentation for the Zambia Federation of Women in Business. Everything is scheduled. Who I'm going to call and what time I'm going to call them, it's all scheduled. I think this has actually made me very structured and actually very orderly. I'm more orderly than I was. I do a lot of work and I know it for myself, but this time around the work is just awesome because I have to plan for it. So I think this is one thing that I need to share. I have also adopted what I read also in the book and what Dr. Sunshine always talked about, a growth mindset, ever wanting to learn. You reach a point where you have learned too much. I think I'm also one of them. I attend all the courses that are available, either online, physically, everywhere in this country where I feel I should go and attend the course. But there's still room to learn. I have learned this, and I mean, it's not just, the cost at which it comes is so little compared to what you get out of here. I remember attending one particular course for a week, 5 days in some place, and I was even telling myself, oh my God, what did I even do there? I walked out there without even an action plan of how to implement everything that I learned, not with a mindset change program. You just have to do something, and Dr. Sunshine is mentoring us and monitoring us to ensure that every day we give feedback of how we have spent the day. I think this is just very good. The other experience that I think I would love to share has to do with the knowledge sharing. We sat in there with we were the three of us in that class. There was the bridge, there was the therapist, and then we were also being coached by the palm tree, Coach Meyer, the strategist, Dr. Steve Mwansa, and Dr. Sunshine. So everyone had the story to tell of what they have gone through. And I sat there and I am listening. Will I be able to tell this kind of a story? And yes, here I am today. I'm able to tell the story of what this process has gone through. In terms of my budgeting, when I got there, we were asked to give like the ugly side of ourselves. And I was saying, sometimes I feel pity on myself, and I think I'm too generous, and I can't even see where my money is. In this book, you see everywhere else where you need to put your income. And I'm starting this month. I am anticipating a bit of some money. I already know I'm going to write it here. I'm going to spend it on here. So I think this makes me a little bit very happy for once, because I actually bought quite a number of books on how to use my money or financial management, but I think I never got to implement them until I met this. Maybe I can now go back to those books and just try to see how best I can benefit also from this book. But with this planning, my everyday planning, my month at a glance, I was so happy. For April, when Dr. Sunshine told me to put whatever meetings I had, it was all filled up. And before then, I could have even accommodated one or two, people for meetings. And when my whole April was actually scheduled. So I think this has been the most important part of my learning journey, listening from others who have gone through it. I also attended the anniversary, and when I sat there, people were giving their experiences, I told myself I am the next. And I was willing to do whatever it is, with or without any support, to just attend this class. So thank God I've got a boss, my bosses who also have gone through this, and they really supported me in the journey to ensure that I do it without a lot of stress. Now I've gone back to devotion. Can you imagine? I'm doing devotion. The past 2 days, I was waking up, going in my children's bedroom and waking them up with singing, just for 30 minutes. Now I'm doing my exercises. I was, I woke up, I first of all ran around my house, then put on a few videos and started doing some workouts. 2, 3, 4 days. I'm praying that I be consistent, because this course taught us to be consistent, because you have to plan for it. When it is planned for it, it becomes easy for you to go through it. It has been a wonderful journey, and I want to encourage everyone. Every person that I meet, I'm telling them about the course. Yesterday, I met somebody, and they were like, "Oh, well, what are you up to this year?" Then I said, "I'm on the mindset change process. Do you want to join me on the journey? I'll give you details." Then later on, they called me around 21 hours to just ask me what it was all about. And I explained and I explained. I said, "Today I'm able to answer your call, but previously I was actually too busy for you." So I think it's something that you all must go through, so that you're able to schedule your time. Dr. Sunshine, it's been a wonderful journey. Yesterday, Dr. Reverend Water, I listened from you about smart goal setting, and I'm actually putting all those into practice. Like, you're just summarizing what we learned in that process. So I'm very happy to have shared my experience, Dr. Sunshine. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
You still have a lot of time to talk about. Maybe you can talk about what you do. You can talk about how you would want productivity, how you want, because this is a platform where you can actually share so that other people can get nourishment from you. Because sometimes when we're the only ones that are talking about all these things, we think that life is hard. Life is hard because of the meaning we put, ahead of it. Just here where I am, my sister-in-law said, "Oh, so this is the thing," because yesterday we listened together. Rev Waters coaching yesterday. I says, so this is what we do. That every day for the last 3 years, we've been waking up every day, Monday to Friday, to do this, to give back to our communities and see how best we can be able to share our experiences, and maybe one or two can benefit from it. We don't mind, even if it's one, we are there every day, waking up and doing something that we really love. And, everybody, today I'm in the dining where we are putting, all this food for the funeral. And there are people outside. Everybody has left. I was saying, if I have to go home to Makeni, I will not be able to do that, because by the time I arrive, even if I take off at 5, I will be disturbing my sleep. So I would rather sleep and wake up at the time that I wake up, and make sure that the things that I need to do today are able to be done. Are able to be done. So this is what it is. Mindset really is possible. When we really are good at what we do, nothing can stop us. This was a very good excuse. No, we can't do Tuesday. Let's find somebody else to do it. It is possible, because this is 30 minutes. And I'm just going to be maybe cover myself, or maybe going to see what's going on. We have done everything. We have prepared everything. We are scheduled. There are people to cook. There are people to do this. What are you doing with your time? So we must be able to really use our time effectively, efficiently, effectively, and manage whatever it is that we want to do. So when we are sharing, this, I'm so happy about what Yvonne is sharing, because it is through sharing that other people get to understand what mindset change is all about. Because every day when we just say, "Oh, come to a mindset change, class," they say, "No, I've already done mindset. Or I did mindset. I did leadership. I did change management." A lot of people think mindset change is change management. It is not. Change management is change management, but it is encompassing in there. But with mindset change, we tell you the steps to do exactly what you want. You already know what you want, but you're not structured. So what the mindset course does is to align you, have a personal structure where you say, I'm going to do this. Today is Tuesday. Like for me, today is Tuesday. I have done my devotion with my mom here. We've done devotion. We are on the 7:30 call. I'm preparing to go for um, Ambassador Mutubila's program, and we've been rescheduling since the 8th of March because of the having classes. But this week we have scheduled the other classes for next week, because we have to make arrangements for this, because the class is so intense that you really need to be there and see people's how people are evolving, and the people that could take the class, because we're all here with Dr. Mwansa, the strategist, and everyone is around this. But I'm telling you that now it is possible for me to have taken those. After this, I'm going there. Then we're going to buy this. Then we're going to do. Then we're going to prepare. Then we're going to buy chitenges. It's all there, because you know that when you are scheduled, when you are aligned, there's nothing that can skip your mind, or there's nothing that you cannot do. So Yvonne actually is a very, very busy person at the office, and the Ministry of Labor has really come out as a partner in this. They have they're the ambassadors of this program, because they want productivity in the country. Maybe you can share just how this program is going to help us move forward to those areas where normally it was impossible, or we were just saying we need to do mindset change. We need to do mindset change. The acting PS is actually a brand owner. He has owned mindset change, because he says this is what they were sharing on their anniversary, that 5 hours of meetings has turned out into 1.5 hours. For me, that spoke magnitude of how this program is helping, even for myself, because I have to give myself as an example. People come to check in my book, so every day I must write what I'm doing, so that people know that it is possible. And this is now that the program is now Tebeta approved program. Tebeta is going to be giving the certificates at the end of the day. We can give you attendance certification, but you're going to now have a national mindset change certificate out of it, issued by Tebeta. But then the book is one of the tools that is going to be assessed, and the workbook, because they want us to practice. They want us. The only way to measure mindset change is through you changing. Is through the things, the behavior change, the attitude change, the way you did things before and the way you do things now. So this is why we bring different aspects of individuals who have done mindset. So you're going to be having people share how they're doing, so that you can just be encouraged. So maybe that's what Yvonne, you can end with, so that because we started late and it's already past 8, so maybe you can just do a wrap up and then we can call it a day.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Sunshine. I'm actually in charge of productivity promotions, where we do capacity building on how you can be productive. And from my experience, productivity is about the output, okay, versus the input. But if you look at the output, we are not only just saying you should give us the output, we are talking about it in terms of how efficient you should be, how effective you should be. So adding a component of mindset change promotion to this that I do, I think it's a very good thing, because for you to be effective, you really have to line up things. So we are running different programs to just help people become productive. And in our productivity policy, we have defined what productivity is. But the critical definition of what productivity is about attitudes. And attitude has to do with the mindset change. As Zambia, I think we've got a lot of opportunities to do better. We've got the resources, we've got the skills, we've got everything else. But when you look at the indicators of our living standard here, I think they're really bad and desire much more. Poverty rates are over 70%. I haven't read the current living condition and monitoring survey. The previous one just ended. Poverty was at 54.4%. Extreme poverty was at 40.8%. And this is a country which has a lot of resources, minerals, arable land, water, to name but a few. But we are talking about these higher levels of poverty in this country. And when you look at it, it's not even lack of resource. This time around, when I go for a meeting and then I'm hearing people are saying, no, we are not doing well because of we don't have money. And I'm arguing, but we have the money. I know countries, I've been to countries where I know there's completely nothing. Here you can get money on Sylvia and start buying yourself some freezes and to sell, and you make more money. Here you can get CDF, here you can get youth or women empowerment. All these opportunities are there. But it's just about our attitude, how do we push ourselves, to get to what we want to get. So adding this component of the process of mindset to this particular promotion, I think will be something that is going to really benefit this country. Because now I'll be telling them that if you want to improve your attitude, it will not just come by default setting. You're not just going to go to a message and say improved attitude, so let me press amen here, and then you are busy pressing amen on messages that are talking about success. It's not like that. You have to go through a process. You have to organize yourself. You have to be structured, for you to get what you want. It's not just about going to the mountains. I know we pray a lot. It's not just about praying. It's about how we use the time that God has given to each one of us. Yeah. And then the other thing that I think I can talk about is that the Ministry of Labor and Social Security is available, for productivity enhancement programs. We are running that. We are even targeting individual enterprises, sectors of the economy, and national programs. So tune in to most of our programs that we even conduct online. Every Tuesday, we have a Productivity Z360 where we bring different specialists to talk about how we can be productive. So us, together with Dr. Sunshine and the mindset change process, which you have heard is the better accredited, we are going to go places because this is the message that we hear. When the president says change mindset, for us who are coming from the policy side, that's policy. It means that it must do. It requires some kind of implementation. And how are we going to implement it? As Ministry of Labor, we can't do it alone. We have to bring in all the partners that are supporting everything that has been said, everything that is being advocated for. So we'll partner with the institute and see how best this can reach out. Imagine this has just happened to me. But suppose 5, 6, 7, 8 other people, have gone through this and have their mindset changed. Do you think Zambia is going to remain the same? Not at all. So we're actually on fire to look for partners such as these ones to enhance productivity, to enhance attitudes, so that we can optimize on every opportunity that we have to create value. That's what productivity is all about. And we are here. And thank you very much, Dr. Sunshine, once more for this opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Those ones that are listening and would like to join us, you can actually get us from our Facebook pages. You can contact us. We are reachable, and we could be able to start your journey. If you're an institution, just get in touch with us, and we'll be able to, to link you through and start the process. So thank you so much. Have a very, very good morning and productive morning, so to speak, getting from the Chief Productivity Officer. Thank you. And
let's improve productivity for a better Zambia.
Yeah.